Okay, this is a very powerful and special reading, specifically intended for certain people. So if you resonate with this, this is your reading to shift big time. All right. If you've been currently just in this headspace that is disempowering, if there is some kind of trigger, there's just something in you that knows it's like constricted. It's not open, it's not trusting, it's having a hard time despite all the healing, manifestation work, whatever you're trying, you keep falling back into this limited headspace. And there is a part of you, it just feels like some level of agony because you like want to wake up and remember who you are. So this reading is for you, my friend. And I can guarantee that if you watch this all the way through, I think like 95% of you will probably absolutely shift into a more empowered state. So first we have to set the tone and the energy for this reading. And if you're able to grab your journal, a piece of paper, or even in your phone on your notes, I want you to write a gratitude letter of just like thanking life, thanking yourself that you overcame this. Like, oh my God, like I feel so much better. Thank you so much. Like this is so, just like whatever the gift is of overcoming this, just thank life, like preemptive strike, like just get thankful now. So write that, take a little moment or say it out loud to life and then come back to this reading. Okay. So we want to connect to a couple of different aspects of yourself. So I first want us to get guidance from the part of you who's just like enduring this hell right now. Like whatever the feeling is, there's a part of you that's like, they are falling on the sword for you because there's something coming out of this. And Vulture has been showing up a lot lately for me. And I think it's your message that Vulture comes when suffering is coming to an end. It does not go and hunt like other raptor birds. Its hunting is in the context of patiently waiting for a creature to die. And it allows that creature to go through its suffering. It does not give it a swift death. It allows it to go through the process of suffering. So Vulture's message is about, there is some wisdom in whatever you're feeling, even if it feels like, why would I need to feel disempowered? Why would I need to know the lack of this? Well, one reason is because we live in this realm of dichotomy. And when we have understanding of one thing, it allows us the ability to understand the exact opposite of it. So what you can look forward to is, how do you feel? Start naming it off. Like, is it, disempowered, ugly, weak, out of control, uncentered, unbalanced? Like, I don't know how to get money. Like, whatever the thing is, what is it? Okay. What is the exact opposite of that? That is what is waiting for you when you transmute and work through this thing that you're working through. So there is one, that is the justice, that is the gift in this thing, is that it's allowing you the ability to understand the other spectrum. But when Vulture comes, it is like just it is about like, just endure, just be patient. But it talks about coming, like it's sooner than later. Like the end of this is sooner than later of whatever feels frustrating and uncomfortable and disempowering that you're dealing with. Like, we're at the tail end of it, guys. Like, hopefully by the end of this reading, you like shift out of it and wake up and remember who you are. So I just want to connect to let me write down Vulture. We're gonna also get Vulture, but first I want to connect to the part of you who's just in the middle of this, enduring it, like really holding the weight of this thing. And if I can just show you what that looks like, the part of you who is enduring this is actually like, they're the ones that are sacrificing for you. I endure for you to be reborn. this part of you is holding the weight of this pain, is holding the weight of this discomfort, because they understand that there is something that needs to die and something that needs to be reborn to this next level, this more expansive version of you. So I want to just channel this part of you, okay? The part of you who's just enduring this, and it's really, for some of you, it is so painful, okay? So what does that part want to share with us? And then one from Animal Apothecary. Okay, so what is life teaching us right now? Like, what if we're channeling in life, creation, existence, really calling in this thing beyond, like just beyond our limited perceptions of what we think life, creation, God, great mystery, source, like the a billion terms. What are we learning? What are we being taught? What is happening in this moment of strife and difficulty and pain and disbelief, or whatever it is for you? Okay, now let's connect to the aspect of you who's just like resisting all of this. Like, I hate it. I don't know how to shift. Like, I'm not into this. I need to, like, this is just feels disempowering. I don't want to feel this anymore. Like, I hate it. It just sucks. So resisting the suffering, but then extending the suffering, right? Like, there is the resistance just like makes it longer. But we love the part of you who resists. They are actually really freaking strong. And I just, like, we want to work with them to be like, it's okay. Like, you can let go because there's a big transformation. You can like stop pushing it away and just like let it run through you. Okay. And then the hurt self. Call in your hurt self. Call in your hurt self. I feel like that's 2. Your strong self, who's like, I know this will pass. It will pass. It will pass. And I know that I'm going to become even stronger from this. Your strong self, love and wisdom from them. Okay. The part of you who completely overcame this and is like just doing something totally different, not even thinking about this anymore. Oh, 2. And then Vulture, dear sweet Vulture. Okay, let's see what we got. So the part of you that's enduring. Should I just flip them all over now? Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Oh, cool. Amazing. Okay, so guidance from the part of you who is enduring this moment. It's interesting because we have the gratitude, magnetism through gratitude. So I think it goes back to that first thing of focusing on being really grateful that you overcame this thing, because you are. Like, it's just like understanding. And I feel like Vulture is the carrier of this whole message. And Vulture is all about, and this is, it is a turkey, but the vulture I often connect with is like turkey vulture, right? So there's this thing is all to get you to this next level. As much as you can't see it, as much as you are blinded by it, your suffering is sacred. There is something in this moment that is leading to something that will expand you in ways that could not expand you before. You are going through this because you are having a breakthrough. You are leveling up into some bigger next version of yourself. And the part of you who's holding that weight of enduring is like, focus on the things that are awesome. Focus like where, you know, your focus is zoning in on something that is very disempowering and a feeling. And I get it, when we're hijacked and our adrenaline and our cortisol are going all over the place, like it's difficult, especially if you have any level of PTSD or just like a regular human being who feels difficult feelings. There's something going on physiologically within our body that can often make it difficult to just shift into a good headspace and just focus on the gratitude. Like, we get that, but it doesn't mean that those moments where it's like, remember who you are, because this is like, I swear to honor and own my gifts. The part of you who is enduring this, I think it's telling me that what you're giving birth to is this part of you who owns their freaking self-authority in this new way, who has this wisdom in their gifts, who has a new level of like the leveling up is this, like, it's almost this like mature kind of knowledge or something. It's almost like you've been through the battlefield, and even if it's not something horrific, it just triggered you and it set you back into this old limiting belief about yourself. There is something coming out of this that is leading to a new level of self-confidence, a new level of wisdom, and you really owning yourself in this new way. So that's what you have to look forward to. And I think the part of you who's enduring this and what they're, because remember, the part of you, when we showed that picture, I'm enduring this for you to be reborn, is telling me, get grateful because this is who you're turning into. The part of you who just owns your freaking diamonds, who sees that they're made of diamonds, who freaking claims it and doesn't let anything on the outside dictate who they are. So what life is teaching you? Well, you're clearly freaking healing. But that is cool. Like, you're healing, but your healing is also healing the world. Like, your shift in your vibration affects every other thing, right? It's like the pebble in the water and how it ripples out and affects things we can't even fathom. Like how I'm sure you've probably heard like the butterfly effect of like it's fluttering its wings and how it can create some kind of different wind movement across the world. I need to look a little bit more of that up, but it's this thing that like the life speaking to you and what it's teaching you. Okay, first, I think it's life is telling you that you're healing and what a gift that is, that you're taking on something, you're transmuting something that is actually gonna, it's actually gonna kind of make it's like, because you're able to do it. You know how they say, when people like, the person who was able to run this speed in under 3 minutes, it seemed impossible, but then once they did it, others were able to do it. So I almost feel like you're this, like, you're setting the stage for other people to shift more rapidly for what you're being able to do within yourself right now. Like, you're changing something in how other people are healing by you going through this, by you enduring this, and you healing this right now. So I want to get one for the animal apothecary card. I always like to get so what it's teaching you. Okay. So this is what I first pulled out, chicken head. Like, so there's some kind of limiting story that's been hypnotizing you, that's very self-focused, that, it's running circles around you. And for some of you, it could feel like obsessive thoughts. It's just really like ruminating. And it just like sets the stage of this like really energy that just totally is not expansive, nor is it open. And because this is the second card I pulled, CB on the past, beautiful black swan who sees its hurt child self because of the ugly duckling story. All the ducks made fun of him as a kid because he didn't look like a duck, but he wasn't a duck. And he turns out what some would say was like even more profoundly beautiful than a duck, but we're not comparing species, okay? So this thing I think that you're learning is, to me, to see that you're gonna, the wisdom that is being gained from this is you're gonna be able to see through the lie. Like you're not, next time around, these triggers won't affect you like this. Next time around, you will not be so affected. This will not happen the next time. You will know that this is an illusion, a story, a thing, a trap, and you won't fall for it. So, but for some reason, it's like, and you may have had to endure these certain levels of feelings over and over and over and over in different ways and be triggered by different things, but in similar things, and it hits that same wound inside. But there is something that is healing right now that is different and that is getting you to this next level. Like, I think this is a really, really big healing. And thank God, because I know some of you, this is not profoundly traumatic. And if it is, I give you my prayers, I give you my compassion. Okay? I get it. It's a lot. But there are many of you who are just triggered by some outside situation that isn't life or death. You're not dealing with something that is literally threatening you, but it's touching on things that, you know, bring all that back, bring up your safety, bring up your security, bring up your not good enough. And for those of you where it isn't life-threatening, is this moment that you're able to kind of use this outside thing to heal and work on that thing that has been rooted in you for so long, and to jump into this next level. And for those of you who are dealing with something very traumatic right now, there is, and you know, this message from life, like this thing, it is something that you will heal, and it is something that will make such a difference in the world that it's ridiculous for me to even like conjure up what that could look like, but its effects will be profound. It's like spiritual currency. So there is something, you know, a mystery in those things. I mean, boy, is there a mystery in our suffering. Okay, the part of you just resisting. Well, this is interesting because, look I use the same brain in each card. So this is the illusion card about this guy. He grows up, or he's young, he gets bit by a shark, grows up, carries a harpoon everywhere to guard himself, and everyone thinks he's nuts and insane. But in his head, oh no, this makes perfect sense. I'm protecting myself. If I run into shark at the mall, I got my harpoon. But it is nuts, and it actually blocks him from receiving more joy and abundance in life because everyone is like, what is this guy's deal? And then we have shut it down before it brings you down. Fear, worry, doubt. So whatever it is that you're resisting is, I just need to plug, I don't want this to stop while we're going. Whatever it is that you are resisting, it's funny. You might be resisting something that is a really painful story. And that's why it's like you're pushing it away. But what you're being asked to know is that the story isn't real. What you're so scared of isn't going to happen. The story is a lie, right? It's like the chicken head. It's all a big fat lie. And the part of you who's resisting is actually asking you to know it's a lie and to have boundaries and tell it, no, you don't get to tell me this is what's gonna go down. I get to choose the good story. What is the good story? What is the most expansive way that this could grow and develop for you? What could this obstacle turn into? If there are infinite possibilities, why is it the limited, lame, depressing, constricted story that you have construed of? Why? If there's infinite possibilities, why is that the one that your focus keeps going to? It's not. It's a lie. So you might be trying not to feel that thing, but in fact, it's like, no, you're supposed to see it, look at it, tell it it's a lie. You're not true. This is not how it's going down. You can bend reality. You can change it. You can change it. We're changing. The most truest thing ever is that truth is changing all the time. Just change. Just change. Just change. It's constantly changing. Yes, there are long-lasting ancient truths, but generally speaking, we're kind of going frame by frame by frame. What I just did is no more, okay? So why can't your story be the good story? Jump into that timeline. Okay, your hurt self. Yeah, what is coming out of this? You're here to shine. A new level of you, just like that, owning that self-worth and that confidence. You're here to illuminate the world, and you're understanding this darkness because the shine is going to come 10 times harder. The hell you're enduring right now, and if it's been a couple weeks, a couple months, a couple days, it is going to have the opposite freaking thing come for you. It's the opposite is coming for you. This massive shine. It is assured, okay? This is your future self being like, let me just put this in context, because the message is from your hurt self. Your hurt self is the one who overcame this. So they're saying it's assured that you're coming to illuminate, like you're here to shine really big. The shine is coming from this. It's in you, even though you might be cowardice or feel scared or just constricted. No, your hurt self. Okay, your hurt self is the one who's actually going to be, I think, turning into the illuminated. Like your hurt self is getting empowered through this whole thing because they're going to find their voice. They're going to remember who they are, and they're going to shine so freaking brightly. It's a hurt self, strong self. Your strong self, success. It leads, it's assured, the strong self, here's the dichotomy with these two cards. We have action leads to success, the dragons. This is major yang, masculine. Then we have surrender. It's about to get way better, yin, feminine. So there is this co-collaboration between taking your steps, taking actions. You need to go start just working out to get the, endorphins and just shift your body's chemistry. Do you need to watch something funny? I don't know. Do you need to talk to yourself in the mirror and tell yourself how freaking awesome you are? What action do you need to take? But then there is this counter of surrendering and asking life, help me surrender. I think surrender is such a complex kind of concept to logically think about. It's like you're either surrendering or you're not, and teaching people to surrender, it's not, you're either in it or you're not. And I think most people have a hard time with it. So this is about you asking life to help you surrender, you asking life to help you trust yourself and to trust that this is all going to work out because it's leading to some kind of success. This entire thing you are dealing with is to level you up, to upgrade into a more expansive version of you. In fact, this is all happening because you have been working towards manifesting this next level of yourself. And this old version and this old wound and this old energy and this low vibration that still lives in you has to come to the surface. It has to be healed. It has to be processed for you to get to this next level. What you are going through is not in vain. It is so you can grow and develop and get to this next level of yourself that you've been dreaming of. Because if that thing stays smushed in you, you will stay in that level of yourself. So thank goodness it is coming out, because it is just a reflection that some kind of big expansion is coming for you. So just remember, the part of you who overcame this says success. And this is like a supreme success. Like, you know, not just like this mediocre concept of success in the Western world. I mean success in your radiance of how you feel about yourself, your self-authority, your demeanor, your understanding of life. There's something expansive coming for you. It is no more trapped in some kind of identity that is filled with fear and worry and doubt. The expansion is coming from this because Vulture says we have Octopus, which is all about you're expanding in different directions and you're also integrating different aspects of yourself. You're expanding to hold the weight of the success, of the supreme success, that these past versions of you, they couldn't hold that level of success. So you are being stretched. You are going through growing pains. You are being pulled. You are being overwhelmed. You are being discombobulated. You are being brain fogged from every corner. Like, there's whatever is going on is because it's stretching you, and your light is being activated. This is about light triggers, meaning you're being triggered because something is being activated to go to this next level of yourself. That triggers come up to reveal what is covering your light. That's why it's a light trigger. It's just coming up to help you see, oh, you have a veil on this part of your light. Oh, you don't even have a veil. You have this dungeon-like metal torturous thing that turned into a cave where you keep your 6-year-old in, and they actually created that. Like that, they're that powerful, but there's this whole demented kind of enclosure that is for protection, but is just as nuts as carrying around a harpoon to kill the shark while you're at the mall. So it's coming up because there's this massively new, awesome version of you just waiting. Just like so right, they're already right here. The gift comes through the discomfort. Need I say more? Need I say more? Some kind of pearl, some kind of gem is coming from this. And it's a gift. And it's a divine gift, and it's inside of you, the gift that is coming. And it's like something, even the pain of this is that it's being unearthed. Something unearthed this thing in you that is from the past, and you're healing it right now. So endure, endure, endure. And I will say after this, a healing prayer for you guys, because I get it. I totally get it. And I love you so much. And so I'll leave that reading at that. And I also just want to share with you about my membership program. You know, if you are ready to just get empowered all the time, I do these amazing monthly workshops, getting into these states of versions of us who can own how amazing we are, who can connect to different aspects of themselves, who can integrate all parts to heal, to become a new level of self-authority where You dictate your own reality, and you no longer look to the outside to fill you up or to tell you you're beautiful or to tell you you're smart enough. You become your own authority. And then there are weekend activations using body movement to get you into more empowered states. There are weekly readings just for members, just plugging into the collective energy of people who are serious about becoming empowered, people who are serious about no longer playing a victim and falling into the story of whatever those chicken head limiting beliefs tell them, who are serious about manifesting their heart's deepest desires in this world, no matter how long it takes. You are here, like, if you're interested in this, it's because you, no matter how much difficulties you have with your self-esteem, there is a part of you who understands there is something so valuable and worthy in you, and you are invested in bringing that out and sharing your gifts with yourself and the rest of humanity. So if that sounds cool, check out below the membership. It's only $33 a month, and it also is going to have my I Own It workshop, which is coming March 8th, and that is a part of the membership program. You can buy it separately for more money, it's $44, or be a part of an awesome collective of people who are just here to manifest awesome things and who are here for world peace, who are here to enjoy, who they are and enjoy life, like actually enjoy life in a new way where they are not taken down by the stories in their head and their past wounds and traumas. And yeah, I'm here for that. So if you're here for that, just join, come on down. Info below. Okay, world peace. I love you all so much. And I'm going to say a little healing prayer for you after this, just to really set in that shift. And remember, the prayer is answered. The prayer is freaking answered. Act as if your prayer has been answered. World peace.